And he might run out of land drops. I mean, he's done it every turn so far. He's attritioned every time with this Bloodghast. Like, are the 2 cards in my opponent's hand really just 2 more lands? I don't think so. Like, we don't want to cast the Sower anyway. Not with this going on. If only I had a black creature, right? Attrition says non-black creature. If only I had a black creature. Wish I had a way to untap the Dragonlord Ojita. I could, like, swing, and then in response to the attrition, untap it, and then it's hexproof. We can answer this with Condemn, so we just ignore it. This is the bait spell. You just ignore it. I mean, it's hard to ignore a Kokosho, but we have a Condemn for it, so you ignore it. There's something scarier in my opponent's hand for sure. So you go to combat. If he blocks at all, we Condemn. You're developing your own MTGB. Nice. Alright, I'll see you, Tiger. I appreciate you getting that fixed for us. I think I just swing. Well, this is a weird board state. Hang on, hold up. If I Sower Kokosho in response, you sacrifice. Yeah, I mean, you just attack. You don't attack with Dragonlord, though. Contempt is only attacking? Oh, really? I thought it was attacking or blocking. I'm thinking of a different card then. Okay. Thanks, Gord. Well, then it's Cranko Pass. What a weird board state, right? But that's the fun part of Cube. No, I don't regret not forcing the Kokosho. Is he considering sacrificing Kokosho? I don't blame him for doing that. Is he considering it? Put him to 9. I mean, I didn't think I was... we already looked at the list. There's probably not much potential to burn him out anyway. Okay. That's what he decided to do. Yeah, I know, Shep. Well, I know now. I've forgotten. He could have attritioned the coach. I understand why he didn't. I mean, every land drop, that's such cool synergy, such a cool use for the Bloodghast. I love it. I wish I had thought of it. That is so cool. Bloodghast plus attrition. Right, if he attacks and I condemn, he'll definitely attrition in response. Absolutely. So that he gains the life, so the trigger happens. A rune-scarred demon? This is kind of one of those situations where I might actually be tempted to force. However, if I don't force, I can Sower and swing out and win. Hang on, if I don't force, I can Sower and win, correct? And we swing out? No, swinging out doesn't win. He would go to 1. Right? I was thinking about maybe letting the Rune-Scarred go. Force is 2 for 2 here. Well, right, because the Rune-Scarred gets another card. Yeah. I'm just worried about what else is in my opponent's hand. No, I was just considering, like, Sowering the Kokosho, because if we have the Kokosho, he can't gain life like we were worrying about him doing. Might tutor for a counter, but it's not. It'd have to be Daze, but we don't care about Daze. We're playing around Daze next turn. That would be a really weird thing for him to tutor for. No, I'm saying if we take the Kokosho and find a way to kill it ourselves, we win. If one land is... if one... He will tutor a land, says another dud. If I do that line. Force and then Sower, and he can't. When I can't do both, Siryu, because I tapped to cast the Krankos, which was probably wrong. I should have just held up Hardcast Force. No, I mean, I'm considering the Sower for a couple reasons. Because you take the Kokusho, then you swing, he'll block the Dragon Lord Slumgar. Well, it doesn't give haste. It doesn't give haste. What am I talking about? We definitely just Force. It sucks, but we do. Man. Pact of Negation. Interesting. Okay. That's really bad for us. But now we know about the pack for next game. That's unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. Pact of Negation. Well, he can't very well attack into this Condemn. He tutored for Swamp? Wow. He may have actually just Runescarred for a Swamp. So what we're seeing right here might be my opponent's some of his just finishing potential. That's fascinating. I don't really want to show him that I drew Island. It's unfortunate. Pass it back. Did you just lose to a tomato? He's tapping all of his blue mana there. Interesting. Yeah, it sucks that he, in response to burn, could always just, you know, get rid of the Kokusho. Was that top deck Island? I don't know. I mean, if we hit Jace, one of our Jaces, like, draw go favors us. Unless he's got, like, this might be the guy that picked up the Ashiok. He's definitely in the colors for it. You got wrecked. I'm sorry, man. I'm still playing. Slowly but surely being attritioned out, though, which is kind of cool and kind of, like, making me smile at the same time we're losing to it. Attrition is one of the strongest cards in the queue. You have to have something like Bloodghast, though, to really bust it like our opponent is. It's really cool. But at the end of the day, are we really out of luck? Not really. We could still just draw into Jace. So, I'm not scooping. Dungeon Geist's not very good. I mean, you Dungeon Geist, and then he sacrifices the creature in response. Or no, he just kills the Dungeon Geists. Bloodghast, Champion, Ophiomancer. Yeah, it seems like there's enough creatures to make it happen. Bloodghast just seems like the most mana-efficient way, though, Snafu. I guess Ophiomancer is good, too. If only I had Snapcaster Mage, I could snap... Well, it's a sorcery. I need Magma Jet, gentlemen. Or he could just do a bunch of attrition triggers in response to a removal to the Bloodghast. Uh-oh, this is something different. We're also gaining information. You don't scoop from here. You want to see more of what your opponent's doing. A Sundering Titan? Okay. It's not the end of the world. I have another island in my hand. So he's the guy who took the Sundering Titan. Okay. Now, it's important to note that he's going down to just one untapped swamp. I mean, you have to destroy Swamp. Yeah, you should definitely pick the untapped one. That's a Jace. I'd like to draw a card. Cards for me, please. Might actually make my opponent attack. But, I mean, the problem is he's finally in a position to do so. Right? This position is why we should have taken Elspeth. Black Iron Barkus, could I have cast an Elspeth? I need you to ask yourself that. Ooh, Crux on my dragon. That's brutal. Drawn to better Jace. That's the plan. Yeah, Black Iron though, not to be critical of you, friend, but seriously, could we, if we had Elspeth, could we cast her? The answer is no. I don't see 2 white sources, do you? Crux for value! So which one do you condemn? Another trigger of the Sundering Titan isn't lights out, but it's painful. This is both going at me, right? We have a lot more things that block a Sundering Titan than a Runescarred, though. So I'm actually going to condemn the Runescarred for both of those reasons. We'd be playing more white sources, though. Yeah, but then we couldn't run, like, the Hordeling Outburst, the Slagstorm. We'll get another card out of Jace. I just hope it's enough. No, that's game then. Yeah, just kill me. Use attrition. Attrition hits your Sundering Titan, trigger the Kokoshu. Kokosho, excuse me. That's what I would do. That just wins. You just attrition the Kokosho onto the Sundering Titan. Let's draw a card though. I shouldn't have any out to this. Oh, Drew Forbid, of course. We're dead. I mean, I don't know if my opponent realizes it, but he can totally just attrition this to trigger it. So we scoop him up. We're actually ahead on time. Not that it doesn't happen often, just we are. We'll sideboard to combat this. So, dirtily, control-y, blue-black attrition thing. I have just the thing. We could get more aggressive. That's one thing you can do. Somebody once told me, or not somebody once told me. I don't need to start with the story, but there's like this whole knowing your role kind of thing. And I feel like he might have better control elements than me. Even though we're sitting here with an opposition and a Jace and a Force, opponent might just have better control elements than I do. So you could just become more aggressive. That's one way to do it. And cut off the top end of the Dragon Lord, because it just didn't do anything against his late game. Didn't match up very well. Maybe he thought attrition was... Alright, Flame Wake. So could we make 4 cuts that make us more aggressive? Yeah, I mean, who's the beatdown? I think we are, James, and it sucks, because I didn't want to be beat down. I wanted to be, you know... I think that Jace the Mind Sculptors is too powerful to cut. Obviously. Hexproof did match up well. The Hexproof did match up well. Kiln Fiend's pretty bad, says Dark Brews. Cut opposition. You could. I really want to play with that card, but you could.